So, hello, and this is 218. This is my final exam, so I hope I do not screw it up. And here is my website. Here's a little picture of me, and I am very proud that I got that in there. That I wasn't sure exactly how I did it, but I got it in there. This is my family. Here is my Wordle, and here's my kids after they got done making cookies. This is my goals. Move down here. This is my all about me, and I have a blog. I'm very proud of my blog because I did not know how to make one before, and I got some help with this, but I learned how to do it. And my kids don't know how to do it, and I do, so I'm very proud about that. And I have 3 different blogs because those were the assignments. That's what we had to do. And so now I will go back, and I that hyperlink there, and I now know how to say hyperlink and know what it means, so I'm excited about that. This is my youngest daughter at the beach, and I put that in there because I like it. And this is an audio, and it's my rant about yoga, and this was probably my most difficult assignment. This actually took me a horribly long time because I could not get this from my phone onto the computer. And my biggest lesson here was to learn all of the places on campus where I could get help, which is also really a good thing to know, so that's okay. You'll hear more about me complaining on this if you actually watch my video down here about those crazy things we had to do, that list of entirely crazy things that we had to do. Okay, so I had to pause because I got a little confused for a second there, but I paused. Hopefully it's fixed now, and let me get back here. So you can hear background noises, and that's part of videoing, and of course I'm sharing a room, so there's other sounds in the background. This was my rant about yoga. We talked about that. This is my hello video. This is a very small video of me teaching, and it's where I had some actual feedback from an instructor, so I stuck that onto my web page, but it's really only a couple minutes long. And then I took my Google form and I put it here, and then thankfully a friend in class showed me how to make another page because I didn't know how to do that, and that page was getting very crowded, so a friend showed me how to make another page, and that was great. So I titled this lesson plans, and I have my unit lesson plan here, and I'll get kind of big on this for a second. That worked, so that's good. So this is my mini unit plan using technology to enhance the plan, and I did it on the laws of motion. So I have 3 separate lesson plans here. And my first, I used a video of basketball. I used some comics as well with the video. You can take a look at it, but my first lesson plan is on the first law of motion, and then Newton's second law is my second plan, and here we go down here with my third law in my third plan, but you can take a look at that, and I think the videos that I used for enhancement were really helpful. And now let me see if I can figure out how to get back to my website. That worked, so that's good. And then, this that I just scrolled over very quickly was my list of 12 technology sources to enhance teaching. And I tried to hyperlink these, so if anybody gets on my webpage, it'll be easy for you to use if you want to use it. This is another lesson plan that I am now noticing I did not give permission to everybody to use, but you are more than welcome to use it, and after this video I will go in and fix it. But this is actually a 4th grade parachute dance plan that Maria and I actually did together. This is not just my plan, so we worked together and we put together a dance class for 4th grade, and we tried to integrate do some collaborative learning with colonial social studies, and we used colonial day music, dance music, to go with it. That's our media resource. And I will add permission when I get done doing this final exam, so that when I get graded, my lesson plan shows up, and more important, so that if anybody wants to use it in the future, you'll have access to it. And so let's move on to my third page. Yay, that worked. So here's my third and last page. And first I have my health unit plan. And instead of doing just a lesson plan, this is actually a health unit plan. So there's quite a few things in it, and I won't go too much into depth because it takes too long. But basically, we have here a text set of different resources that you could, don't worry about all those words at the beginning. That's just a lot of background on why I'm doing what I'm doing. But basically, this is for second grade nutrition. And you can see the concept here is I introduced the text and basically the research and theory behind why I would use this text set or this resource, and then how I would use it. And so I kind of did that for all 8 of the resources, and on a couple of them you will see some actual lesson plans, including the standards of learning. This one's for an adaptive class, so the standards might look a little different than what you see on a normal lesson plan. And then I think I have an actual normal lesson plan that will look more familiar to you. Here are the performance objectives, standards of learning that you're more familiar with seeing, and a lesson plan that would look a little bit more familiar to a GMU typical lesson plan. So that is my health lesson plan. And moving right along, I also added on this this teen stress video that I did. It was actually a PSA assignment for another class, but I was thinking, you know, this is a great idea for teenagers to also do, to take a look at something that they think is relevant or important to them, and something to introduce an idea of photo journaling or video journaling, and whether it's to go out and trying to discover what barriers they may have to physical fitness or to being healthy, or if it's to do something similar to what I was working on here for a public service announcement on stress. Either way, I thought this was a good example to use in a lesson plan, and so I stuck it onto my video. I think that includes everything, all of the assignments and everything I needed to orient you on. And so I learned a lot from 218, and I confirmed my thoughts that I am not really great with technology, but I also really see the benefits of it, and it can definitely add to a lesson plan. And I learned that having friends who know how to use technology and are not afraid of the terminology is also very, very helpful and very nice to have. Okay, thank you.